What's up, y'all? This is Lou. So, right now, let's discuss the threat of political violence. Obviously, there's quite a bit going on in the United States right now. There's a lot of angry people. A lot of people are feeling persecuted. Um, One most of all. Uh, so, in my personal online activity, I've seen a few, but not that many, and not anything I'd certainly consider legit threats of political violence. Now, this ranges from the reason being what's going on at the top, all the way down to the local level with things like schools and school boards and what they're doing. So, this may throw a lot of normally disengaged Americans off because you can live an entire consumerist life in America, the United States, without needing to be politically engaged. You can just pursue buying crap and not really care what happens around you. You can just kind of send your kids to public institutions and only marginally care what's going on there. But because a marginalized group are being both more socially accepted and at the same time more politically targeted by regressives, people are starting to become more concerned with what's going on at these public institutions. And that's bringing about those looking to capitalize on it, those looking to make money off it or push an agenda on account of it. So you're getting a lot of activism on the ground, particularly oppositional activism in terms of, we're going to come in there, we're going to take over, like all the old Wild West movies, we're going to clean up this town, we're going to make everything right and get all the kids back in line and make them all, recognize what's what and, do the right thing and, make sure everything's in order and everybody's cool and, nothing's controversial is going on. And then you have people responding to what's going on at the top, saying, we can't allow this to happen. We need to stick up for our guy or our side or whatever. And all I'm here to tell you is this. Do not be afraid of these people. Just don't. I'm a guy who, in my online activity, I've been threatened for probably 15 years, maybe longer. You know how many people have actually shown up to confront me in person? 0. Now, do I think that there are people out there who would? Sure, yeah, of course. And do I keep on alert for that happening? Yes, every single day. But the reality of the matter is, it takes a lot to engage in that kind of movement. Most people aren't revolutionaries. Most people want to go to work on Monday. Most people do have families they need to think about. Stuart Rhodes has a family. He's going to be going away for a while. A lot of this is grievance. It's what you call grievance politics. It's a political group wanting their base to be more upset and more swirled up around certain issues. There's not a ton of substance to it, and most people aren't going to start preparing for things. And there's people out there who are. Don't get me wrong. There's militia groups. There's also individual operators. There's people who drive U-Haul trucks into barricades. There's people who tattoo SS's on their and swastikas on their bodies, who attack places that are thought of as soft targets, even though there probably is security on the premises somewhere. There are these things, but these things are designed to scare you. Don't give them that. And show up. Stay politically engaged. You don't want book banners taking over your school board? Don't let them. Run if you can. If not, Find someone in your community that you trust and get behind them. But show up. Be steadfast in the face of what could possibly come. In your head, put it in your mind. You know, you want things to get better? We may have to fight for it a little bit. If the threat comes to us. Because, as I said, in my own online activity, I've seen a marginal amount of threats being issued. We can't fold at this point. Because a decision has been made. A decision has been made to move forward with what has not ever historically happened before. And if this is what we want, if we want people of a certain class held responsible, then we have to stand behind it, sometimes literally. As a country, these people, this loudness, this opposition, this activism, this push are the cries of people who know that they're in the minority, who know that their positions are unpopular, who know that most people don't want to be ruled by their ideologies. This is their way of attempting to intimidate you, to get you to be quiet, so that they are the loudest one in the room. But there's less of them. And that's what you always need to remember. This has been Lou, on your left.